So the national anthems have been played here in Bengaluru, and the players will now shake hands at midcourt, and the coaches as well. And you know, even though India are at home, I mean, there's no doubt about it. The pedigree of Jordanian basketball is got a little bit more respect in the community for what they've been able to achieve really the past several years. I guess it all started when Mario Palma was at the helm. And here are the referees for today: Abdullah, Muangmi, and Rulyov, well, from Kazakhstan. And they will no doubt do a good job. You can see up on the scoreboard there, we still got about 3 minutes and 45 seconds from the start of this one. Keep an eye on Abu Hawass. I was really impressed by how he came on at the FIBA Asia Cup. Now he wears number 1 for Jordan, and we'll eventually be seeing some of the rosters and the starting lineups for these teams. Big results today already in Asia. China falling at home to New Zealand 82-73. That was a massive, massive win for a New Zealand team that had to do some work after losing their opening game of the FIBA Basketball World Cup Asian Qualifiers at home to Korea. But now they've won 2 in a row, and they will go to Korea with a lot more confidence this weekend. Anyway, Jordan, we've talked about their players: Abdeen, Hawass, Tucker. Keep an eye on Abu Wazane, Hussein, Alawadi, Sam Douglas. They're the coach. Really, he's going to go with Abdeen, Obaid, Hussein, Mohammed Hussein, Musa Alawadi, and Al-Ha-Marche at the point guard. Although I think you also see Abdeen really bring the ball up the floor on numerous occasions. Abdeen can carry this team in scoring, as can Hussein. Well, for India, you got to look at Satnam. Satnam Singh, number 52. I'm sure that Rajendra Singh, the coach, will be hoping the big fella can do well. But how about Aravinde Anadurai as well? He played very well when he was at the FIBA Asia Cup. And Pari, Justin Joseph, is going to get a start today. And Yadvinder Singh as well. So you've got a couple of big bodies down, a few big bodies, in fact, down low when you include Anadurai. So don't be surprised if India tried to pound it down low offensively. There's Sam Douglas, the former point guard, played so many wonderful games for this national team, and just seems to be an ideal fit for them as the coach. And Rajendra Singh, of course, he was not at the helm over the summer, but he is now with the World Cup qualifiers, and I think he knows it's imperative for Indy to get off to a good start today, to set the tone. So see the gentleman there talking on the phone saying, "Hey, I'll be home later." It's going to be a late dinner tonight. He's looking forward to some good basketball here. Remember, if you want to follow the action, you can go online and look at worldcup.basketball, or you can load the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019 app. And to be honest, I highly recommend either one of these options. If you load the app, in your smartphone, you've got it at your fingertips wherever you are. You know how it works these days. We're all on the go, getting on the bus, getting on the underground, walking down the street. Isn't the technology great? Be able to follow Jordan and India, what's happening in this game and also all the other games in this incredible World Cup qualifiers that we're watching. So welcome, folks. We're in Bengaluru, India. This is the start of the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019 Asian Qualifier, and already driving inside, Anna Durai, and a little bit of a breakdown defensively there for Jordan. Abdeen is bringing the ball up the floor. Abdeen immediately hits the three-pointer. Now the penetration and the drive, but the finish wasn't there for India. That miss was from Justin Joseph. This is Abdeen. He's a savvy veteran, and he played well. Remembering how he performed at the Asia Cup last summer. Alawadi, and rebound for India. Pass inside, Anna Durai, and again a layup. Abdeen. Hussein turns in the lane and is fouled. But fouled before the shot. Here's Hussein. He's got a nice soft touch, but a little bit too hard. And Satnam gets the rebound. All right, hands it off. Now, another jump shot for India, and it's good from Singh. Yadvinder Singh pulls up and just no hand in the face from Alawadi. He was keeping his hand on his side, in fact, flirting with a potential foul. In fact, there was a foul off the ball from Obaid on Joseph. So India will maintain possession, leading 6-3. Pare over to Yadvinder Singh and misses deep, and that time Obaid with a good box out. And down low, Hussein denied, but follows up the shot. That was Alhar Mache, in fact, on that previous rebound for Jordan on the defensive end. Joseph pulls up on the baseline, and the lefty misses everything, but the ball goes out of bounds off Obaid. And Turning Justin Joseph. Boy, he's got some game, doesn't he? Got a nice left-handed release. And now driving in, and that foul is going to take him to the line for a potential three-point play. Free throw is good. So Hussein, with that trip down the floor, knots the game at 8. Oh, boy, they're getting some easy looks, and big Satnam goes up for the two-handed jam. Boy, not much defense being played on that interior for Jordan. They need to wake up. And now the ball off the hands of Obeid and triggers a break. Jordan hustle back to play defense, and then Satnam gets inside and banks it in. Obeid looking at the ref saying, "Where's the charge, big fella?" But he's not going to call it, and India now up by 4. Alawadi over to Abdeen, and bricks that one. Satnam hands it off. Look at this. He was certainly flirting with a charge there. Might have been fortunate to get away with without that one being called. Oh, look past. Satnam going to show us his jump shot. The big fella. He says, "I can play this game." And they call timeout, Douglas, to try to take some of the steam out of this India run. It's right now at 6-0. Well, what an electric start we've had from India. They've come into this game 0-2 and needing to really put in a good performance to keep their hopes alive. You see India 7 of 10 inside the arc, and Jordan 2 of 4 inside the arc, 1 of 3 from deep. But I mean, 7 of 10 for India, and I think some of that has to do with that Jordan defense. I mean, it has not come ready to play, and they don't want to mess around too much, but makes you wonder when we're going to see Tucker come into the game, and I think that's going to happen now. Look at Satnam saying, "I've been practicing that jump shot. I'm not just all about dunks and rebounds." Tucker, right off the bench, chucks one up there. I like the play of the point guard for India. He's pure point guard, and Durai misses from the top of the key. And Hussein goes down and scores with a little jump hook, and then he gets floored inadvertently by Satnam. Ball turns over. Back over to India. He's got to be happy with the way things have started for his team. They've got possession midway through the opening quarter. Of course, a long way to go, but I thought the good start from India was imperative have any sort of chance today against Jordan. And really, if you're Jordan, you want to come in here and step on their throat. Don't leave any doubt, but they don't. And big Satnam slams it home again. Nice creativity from Yadvinder Singh, and he gets it to his big teammate. And nobody's going to stop that. And now the baseline jump shot for Jordan is missed, and here comes India again. And then flying in, oh, he had a good look. But Tucker over to Alawadi. He flies in, he gets pinned by Yadvinder Singh. That's the block of the day. No look past Pari. Look at the Indians pass it. Anadurai goes up for the jam. That's right, folks. The World Cup qualifiers alive and well in Bengaluru, India, starting strong against Jordan. Alawadi for three. Satnam not able to get the rebound. Hussein goes up and wins that battle, and that's got to be a battle that Satnam wins. He's big enough and strong enough. Hussein is doing the business right now for Jordan. You see he's got 8 of their 11 points. And this is an area, you know, against better teams, if you have slow starts, it really creates a mountain to climb. I'm sure that Jordan feel like they're going to climb this hill right now. It's not necessarily a mountain, but Satnam backing his way in, almost scored again. Hussein has it, comes out of the pack. And nice finish, and the foul, but almost a dunk for Jordan's Abu Wazane. But he missed, but he at least earns a trip to the free throw line. Yadvinder Singh goes over to the bench, wants to, I think he needs some type of treatment on his hand. So coming back into the game for India will be their number 7, Justin Joseph. Abu Wazane takes his time and makes the first free throw. And makes the second as well. Back to a 4-point game now. Boy, it's so exciting. The World Cup qualifiers games taking place everywhere. I mean, we've had games yesterday in Asia and the Americas, and today Europe and Africa jump into the mix. I mean, it's just fantastic having the national teams come home for their fans. Hashtag, this is my house. And the push down low, and Satnam's causing a lot of problems for Jordan right now. Another foul on Jordan. With some big-time games coming up today, I can't wait Bulgaria, Czechs over in France. Also, how about Germany hosting Serbia? I mean, everywhere you go, there are great games being played. Satnam perhaps doing a little bit too much there. And now Jordan looks to reply. And racing right down the court. Unmolested, Kanan. And with that, India going to call timeout. So great start here in Bengaluru. Satnam Singh with 8 points. Hussein has 9 for Jordan, and Jordan have closed that deficit now to 18-16. So India just kind of want to reorganize. Shooting percentages, 9 of 16. That's dropped a little bit for India. Jordan now 4 of 8. And Jordan just 1 of 5 from deep. India not really attacking from the perimeter as much. Here's Sam Douglas. Sam Douglas is looking sharp. I'm sure his competitive juices are flowing. He'd like to get out there and play himself. Joseph brings it up the floor, and it goes off the hands of Satnam, and not what you want to see coming out of a timeout, a turnover. The only thing about that pass, I have to wonder what Satnam's going to do with it that far away from the basket. Now Tucker backs his way up and ties it with a strong move off the glass. Knots it at 18. Well, he just also had to score over Anadurai, who was going up for the block. And Jordan looking to attack, and now India, the fast break and the dunk. And nobody got back for Jordan. Abu Hawass went in for the layup. You got to have somebody back. India had 2 players down the court. Tucker fouled by Pari as he makes his move into the lane. Tucker, India already over the limit. Tucker goes to the line. And the second one is good as well. And now the turnover gives it back to Jordan. Tucker and Anadurai collects the rebound, and we're knotted at 20 apiece. Anadurai, and just throws it right into the hands of Abu Hawass. Now Tucker in the open floor, alley-oop pass and the dunk. Who saw that coming from Abu Hawass? Well, certainly Tucker saw it because he delivered the beautiful pass. And we are seeing some real rim rockers today here in this first quarter. Three-pointer, no good. And now Hussein brings it. The big fella crosses midcourt. And then the pass intended for Hussein, but Satnam was able to get his hand on that ball and knock it out of bounds. Kanan hits the three, or the jump shot, excuse me, up to 24-20. Yadvinder Singh tries to answer. And good rebound, but now the turnover. And Tucker goes down and draws the foul on Yadvinder Singh. Well, he faked the pass. He was going to get it back to Kanan and decided to go to the basket. First one good from Tucker. Jordan starting to pull away a little bit here. Dangerous time for India. They had a brilliant start, but now trailing by 6. Abu Hawass gets a hand on it. Boy, that Abu Hawass dunk has to be one of the plays of the game, doesn't it? The alley-oop dunk off the Tucker pass. Shot clock winding down, three-point attempt. And Yadvinder Singh chases it, but Jordan beat him to the ball. 14.1 seconds remaining, and Jordan will look to get the last shot of this opening quarter. Tucker makes the pass to the corner. Kanan misses. Back outside, and that will not count. The shot was after the buzzer. So India's still in there, but that brilliant start, which saw them go on top by as many as 8 points, has gone away. I mean, there's been a 14-point swing since that time. They trail now at the end of one, 26-20. So the early numbers here, shooting-wise, you can see Jordan now just 1 of 7, yet they've been able to still open up that 6-point lead, 1 of 7 from three-point range. And here's some of the highlights, and there are plenty in that first quarter with Anadurai, with Satnam. We had a few dunks. And Jordan certainly did start slow, there's no doubt about it. And here was one of the dunks from Satnam. One thing that was interesting being in Bengaluru last summer was how the Indian fans reacted to their tallest players. I mean, they were certainly animated when the bigs walked out onto the court, and that was at the Women's Asia Cup. So you know they are for these Indian men as well. So 26-20. It's not just it's not a Giants game. I mean, you got Kanon's played well. Abu Hawass has played well. Here he is doing what he does best, but that time at rim it stays out, and foul called on Jordan on Satnam on that. Quick pass inside, and good work from India, finished by Anna Durai. Now Tucker, open for the three, misses. And if you're India right now, you have to give up those threes because Jordan just aren't making them. So you might as well just close down the middle, get good rebounding position, and make them prove they can make it. Because they're not making it right now. Good passing from India. They're going to end up with a jump shot. It's going to glance off the front of the rim, and now Abdeen has it. And the answer from Al-Harmache is right on target. Sometimes that's the difference. You miss an open one and you make an open one. It's a 5-point swing, 6-point swing in fact. Because India also attempted a three. Got to take that shot with confidence. Satnam turns, misses. Now Tucker passes up the floor. Ball goes out of bounds, back over to India. Advinder Singh over to Joseph. How about that? He's definitely got a nice stroke, doesn't he? And the answer from Abdeen. Starting to heat up himself a little bit, but quickly down the floor. We've seen it before. Anna Durai hustles and beats that Jordan defense. But Hussein just traipses down the lane. Nobody close to him. And dangerous pass. And Alawadi comes in, is whistled for a foul. Rajinder Singh, what must he be thinking right now? He's got the reins of India. Well, he says, just give it to Joseph and let him put one up. I'm not sure if that was the plan. Joseph has some daylight, so he decided to chuck one up there. Now Tucker. Our Tucker hands it off. And another and one coming for Alhar Mache. Here it is again. Tucker does a good job, and Alhar Mache knows the pass is coming. And Tucker is Mr. Distributor. He's been doing a good job of trying to set up his teammates. Alhar Mache makes the free throw. And the pass, and Joseph lays it up and in. They're leaking out, trying to get some easy ones. And they are. Abdeen now. Into Hussein. And good defense from Yadvinder Singh. He's been good today. He's been active. Yadvinder Singh, he only has 2 points, but he's got 3 assists. In fact, he's got 4 fouls. That one escaped me. I wonder if that stat is right. He points the lead. Singh hands it off. And a no-look pass, one pass too many. Alhar Mache snuck in there and took it away. Anadrai dived. Gets back on defense. Alhar Mache misses, but follows and misses again. And India dodged a bullet there. Coming up on the 6-minute mark in the first half. Anadrai hands it off. And Anadrai keeps it alive. And Hussein comes down with it finally. The ball is tapped, but it goes to Abdeen, who just pulls up from the arc and hits a 3. Well, that is a killer for India. Abdeen has brought a shooting stroke today. He's been good. And nice riposte by India's number 13, Pandey. He gets an N1. So back to an 8-point deficit, and he'll try to get it even closer. Abdeen is, meanwhile, got 8 points. He's hit 2 of his 3 attempts from deep. He's 3 of 4 from the floor. Pandey makes the free throw. So India is trying to hang around right now. Alawadi drills the 3. And those Jordan shooters now starting to heat up. 4 of 11 from long range. Anadrai turns, misses, tries to follow, misses again. Jordan, in fact, are now 5 of 12 from 3-point range. Abdeen probes, gets his way in there. Alhar Mache misses. Alhar Mache takes a seat. Abu Hawas loses his footing. Now Abdeen pulls up and makes another one. Boy, he is, look at that. He is smoking hot. He's trying to cool off his fingers. Joseph. Alawadi pulls up, gets it to Abdeen, and then India reach in to commit the foul. So India are going to talk about it. They call it timeout. And while they do, just let me tell you about all of the action that's been going on in Asia. As, in fact, we'll look at these numbers first. India 14 of 28 inside the arc. That's not too bad. Jordan 10 of 18. But the big difference now is Jordan starting to find his stroke from deep, hitting those 5 3-pointers. So we had Australia win at home yesterday over the Philippines, 84-68. Japan lost at home, 70-69 to Chinese Taipei. That was a real thriller. Kazakhstan fell at home to Iran. Remember, Hamed Haddadi and Samad Niko Bahrami have come back to play for Iran, the veterans. Iraq, they played in Tehran and lost to Qatar 77-66. So Qatar breathing some life into their World Cup qualifying campaign. And Korea winning 93-72 over Hong Kong today. New Zealand getting that huge win at China, 82-73. And here we are with India, Jordan. Also coming up will be Syria against Lebanon today. Hussein turns, shoots, and makes it. And Jordan increasingly, that basket is looking bigger and bigger for them. Justin Joseph drives in, but misses the layup. However, there for the follow was Pandey. Pandey's turning out to be quite handy. Abdeen, and his pass goes out of bounds. Now Satnam goes behind his back. Holy cow! Are you kidding me? Big Satnam, the move of the game, the behind the back dribble, and then goes in for the dunk. So timeout has been called. Wow. Satnam has been a one-man highlight reel today. He's even hit a mid-range jump shot. And the other thing you got to remember, I mean, who's going to want to step in front of Satnam to take a charge? I mean, he's a very big man. So you might want to tread carefully in that department, Jordan. Jordan, Sam Douglas talking things over with his team. 47-36 they lead with 3:23 to go here in this first half. In fact, I think the dunk has kind of messed up the basket support, so they're going to tighten things up. It's not actually it's an official timeout. Neither team has called the timeout. I think Satnam has been throwing them down one right after the other. There he is. So Satnam has wreaked a little bit of havoc with his dunking ability. And they're going to, at least he hasn't broken the backboard. That would be a bad situation. But they're just going to make sure that the basket support is okay. And we are, remember, 3 minutes and 23 seconds away from halftime. Nice to see the Indian women's national team. Some of their players are here supporting the men. I have to say, Bengaluru was felt very nice place to be. If you travel to India, you have to come to this part of the world. Glad that they not only had the women's basketball, but the men's basketball. And right now they just want to get that basket support ready. So perhaps get to halftime, and then they could take a little bit longer look at it to make sure it's okay. You can hear him hitting the basket support with the tools. So we've got 69 crew, homegrown there. Go Isaac. You gotta like it. So also Syria, Lebanon will be playing today in Group C, and remember those two teams are 1-1. Al Hamache is sitting back and just enjoying being here, playing the sport that he loves. Philippines, Japan will play on Sunday. That'll be a huge game. You know, Japan, even though they're 0-3, to go to Chinese Taipei in their last game, and if Chinese Taipei go into that game with just one win, and Japan say have yet to win, they could still advance with a superior goal differential if they were to beat Chinese Taipei in that game. So that'll be a big game for Japan. The Philippines trying to bounce back from their loss to Australia. Kazakhstan on Sunday will be at home to Qatar. And the way the Qatar played yesterday, I wouldn't put it past them winning for a second time. And Iran, Iraq should be lively. That'll be on Sunday. And Korea, New Zealand, a rematch. Remember, Korea have won the 3 meetings that they've had. Again, getting a good look at some of the Indian women's national team players. Korea beat New Zealand twice at the FIBA Asia Cup last summer in Lebanon, and they also in the very first game of the World Cup qualifiers beat them down in Wellington. Hong Kong, that game, in fact, Korea, New Zealand will be on Monday. Hong Kong will be at home to China on Monday, and India will be at home to Lebanon. Syria will visit Jordan. And then all the players will go back to their club sides, and then they'll rejoin their national teams for the third window, which will be at the end of June and the beginning of July. But the whole thing about you're experiencing right now, you're bringing the national team back home. Hashtag this is my house, and you're giving these people a chance to see their national team play. So you can see it's a big deal for that family right there, as it is for a lot of the others. But here's some of the highlights of this game so far. Okay, well, looks like they're still haven't resolved the issue, so hopefully this won't take too long. In Europe today, Europe started with a bang, with Israel trailing by as many as 10 points at home to Great Britain, but they came back to win 82-75. So Israel win for the second time, and now you have to think they've got the inside track to at least second place in the first round Group H. I think they know that probably Satnam is going to be coming in for another dunk or two before halftime, so they want to make sure that they've got the place, they've got it all sorted out. Make sure it can take the power from the big man. Also today in Europe, we'll have Bulgaria at home to Czech Republic. Belarus will host Spain. Greece will be at home to Estonia. Croatia will host Romania. Georgia will visit Austria. Ukraine will visit Latvia, but that's a tough one to call. Lithuania will host Hungary. Sweden, they've sold that game out. That's been a big deal up in Stockholm, hosting Turkey. Poland will welcome Kosovo. Germany, Serbia, that'll be in Frankfurt. That'll be huge. Montenegro will be at home against Slovenia. Bosnia and Herzegovina will host Belgium. And the Netherlands will visit Italy. Russia will also go to France, and Finland will be at Iceland. And of course, all the European games, there'll be more coming up on Sunday and Monday. So India trying to stay loose to get ready to come out. Remember, Satnam, number 52, I believe that's what has happened. He's gone up and had a few dunks, and that last one has sort of knocked the basket support out of kilter. Africa, actually, the action starts today. Senegal will take on Central African Republic. Uganda will be going up against Nigeria. Mozambique will face Cote d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast. Rwanda will go up against Mali. So that's the African continent coming to life and joining the party. And we've also got some games coming up today in the Americas. Argentina will face late tonight. Well, in European time, they will be going up against Uruguay. Panama will face Paraguay. Mexico, Puerto Rico, USA, Cuba. So a lot of basketball being played all over the place. Hopefully, they're making some progress there. So here we finally starting things back up, thankfully. 47-36, Jordan on top. And Tucker comes back into the game for Jordan. They're running a little bit of motion here. Tucker flies in. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Jordan ball. Kanon comes back into the game. He makes the pass over to Alawadi for three. And Satnam gets the rebound. Padi makes the pass. Joseph looked for the hole, but decides to pass it back to Yadvinder Singh. Again, a little bit of foul trouble, Yadvinder. Padi misses, shoots it over. And up ahead, the pass to Tucker. And Obaid puts it up and in. Out. Excuse me, Abu Wazane scores for Jordan. Joseph puts up a very difficult shot. And now a foul has been called. So Jordan leading by 13 points. And I'd like to add to that lead a little bit here. And you can see it was Joseph that reached in, and I guess he caught Hussein trying to get that ball. Kanon drives in. Oh, he had the layup, did the work, then missed the shot. Apari, Yadvinder Singh hustles down, but Alawadi goes up and just swats it. And a Durai uses the glass. Tucker rebounds it. This was a look at the swat. Watch. And now Hussein scores at the other end and takes it up to a 15-point lead. Misses a little jump hook inside. Indy right now trailing by 15. Tucker pulls up for three. And Satnam doesn't grab the rebound, but the ball falls kindly to Yadvinder Singh. Oh, nice find by Satnam, passing it to Pandey as he just comes right through the lane and gets the layup. Hussein pulls up. And another opportunity for India. Satnam was gonna pass it. There's nobody to pass it. Pandey doesn't have to go back up. They reset the shot clock, and India can hold on to the last shot if they want effectively. But Yadvinder Singh is going to put it up. And that's a mental mistake, because now Jordan is going to get the last chance. And Hussein barreled into Yadvinder Singh, who has the 4 fouls. And nothing was called. I don't see how that's not called, really. Looked like he was punished quite badly, but we're at halftime. It's Jordan leading 51-38 over India. So the shooting numbers from the first half. Jordan, look at that perfect 10 of 10 at the line. And they've got those 4 more three-pointers. That's effectively the difference in the game because the rebounds, assists, pretty equal. Turnovers as well, 2 more for India. But we're in Bengaluru, India, and India without a win, trailing unbeaten Jordan with 2 wins at halftime. We'll be right back. 51-38, Jordan on top of India here at halftime, looking to go to 3-0 in their FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019 Asia qualifying campaign. India came into this one 0-2 and had a bright start, and they actually went in front by as many as 8 points in that first quarter, but they weren't able to sustain the great start, and they trail now by 13 points at halftime. Of course, we had a little bit of a delay late in the second quarter with about 3.5 minutes remaining after a dunk by Satnam of India. So we're about ready to tip things off here.
If he goes under, you know you're going to be open. If he chase, you're going to be open, you're not. But he plays you well, throw and get out of the way. All right?
Hey, dog, me and you and Moose, we switch everything. Let's go, guys.
Hey, come on, man. Get some edge on defense.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Go,
So India looking pretty loose here before the start of the second half, and their fans are hoping that they'll come out and play strong, give them something to talk about all over this great country. And seeing the coach putting the players through their last minute instructions here before they go out and try to take it right to the Jordanians, as they did at the start of the game. Okay, second half action underway here in Bengaluru as Jordan up by 13. And trying to get after the host here on this end of the floor. You can see him bodying him up, trying to put some pressure out on the perimeter. And now a hand check has been called on Abdeen. Satnam gets it inside. No look pass. And now another foul called on India, trying to keep Satnam off the boards. Anadurai puts up a jumper and hits it. That gets it back to an 11-point game. Alawadi. And now India have it. Another look at that shot from Anadurai. Pass hit the net, but still Yadvinder Singh was able to drive. He missed it. He passes it back out. Here's Yadvinder Singh, and he gets hit while attempting, I think, a three-pointer. So 3 free throws here for Yadvinder Singh. That's the first one. Second one does not fall. And the third one does it, but then Anna Durai sneaks in there and gets the tap in. So in the end, it ends up being a three-point trip down the floor. 14 points for Anna Durai. Really did show signs of great talent at the Asia Cup last summer in Lebanon. Hussein whips it over to Tucker. And Tucker misses everything. Then reaching in and committing the foul for Jordan was Alha Marche. India pushing it quickly. Pari going up against Abdeen. Now to Satnam. Satnam catches it, puts it on the deck, and then loses it. Maybe if he just catches it and goes straight up, he scores. But as it was, he didn't even get a shot off. Tucker. And good strong move down low. Satnam called for the foul. Abu Wazane goes to the line. Satnam didn't do too much wrong there. Guess he lowered his hands. If you want to say that was, maybe he hadn't done that. And Abu Wazane makes the first free throw. Second one is good as well. So that takes it back up to a 10-point lead. India get it across midcourt. A bit of trapping there. And Anna Durai again goes easily, unmolested, and scores with a layup. He's got some potential, doesn't he? 16 points. Abdeen. Abu Hawass, that was short. And now Bular loses it. So the ball goes back over to Jordan. Abu Hawass says, "What was that about?" Like there was contact. Guard Tucker drives in and draws the foul. And is that on Singh, Yadvinder? If it is, I think he's out of the game because he picked up 4 fouls in the first half. So that's a blow for India. One of their best players is just fouled out of the game. Catch a break with Tucker missing a free throw. Second one is good. Joseph over to Anna Durai. Now Bular open. And Abu Wazane fouled from behind. Calling it very tight, these referees. Jump shot from Abdeen. Deep. Now Satnam up ahead on the break to Bular. He lays it up and in. 54-47. Jordan's lead has been cut to 7. Tell you what happened because you have to look at the replay. And Durai, there you go. Hussein swatted it. And the drive and the basket is good from young Joseph. And Tucker drives in, draws the foul. And Tucker flies in for the rebound to keep it for Jordan. And then the drive and the foul. And the ball, though, however, I think they're going to say stepped out of bounds. So India trailing by just 6 points. And then Joseph loses it, but the ball falls to Satnam. And he brings it back outside to Pari, the point guard. And then Pari travels. They called Tucker on traveling at the other end. Abdul Hawass over to Hussein from the left corner. And then blocked from behind Anadurai, but then the ball falls kindly to Hussein, and he goes up and scores. And double dribble called on Indy, gives it back to Jordan. And finally, they register the points. Sorry, folks, it's an 8-point lead. Satnam goes after it. Now Tucker has it out in the perimeter. Drives in, hangs in the air and scores. That was a quality move from Tucker, their naturalized player. Pari brings it across midcourt. K9 was hounding him. Anadurai now outside, facing some pressure. Now Bular. And then he loses it, but a foul has been called, and now Bular goes down holding his ankle. I think a technical foul may have been called as well. So Bular there was fouled by Abu Wazane. No, the foul was called on Tucker, in fact. And Bular is going to be helped up here by Satnam, and they're going to have to come out and wipe it up, and that might be it for him today. He has to limp off. That doesn't look good at all, does it? And he is wincing in pain, so hopefully it's not bad. And clearly it's painful. So I think because Tucker handed the ball off to the ref, and kind of walked up to him, and kind of right there you could see it, and kind of gets him in the gut. They called the technical foul. So first of all, the free throws will be taken, and the first one is missed by the substitute who's come off the bench. And unfortunately for India, they get nothing out of that with Singh. Now Pari is going to come out and take the technical free throw, but India will also maintain possession. So it could have been a 3 free throws plus a potential three-pointer, or or a drive, a 5 or 6 point trip down the floor. But now the best to be at third to hit a 3 and get a 4-point trip down the floor. Satnam facing the double team from Abu Wazane, and Hussein passes it back outside to Justin Joseph, who gets it over to Pari for open 3, and it's good. So in fact it was a 4-point trip down the floor, and it was Pari who scored all 4 points. Now the miss and the rebound for India. And again, Pari in the open floor. Satnam goes to work, puts up a difficult shot, forced that one. Absolutely did not need to take that one. You just have to make the pass, find the open man. And now that's a silly foul because you just put Jordan on the free throw line. And Pari has to know better, and just mental mistakes. It just makes no sense to commit that foul. Just like it made no sense for Satnam to try to score when he was covered by 3 players. Somebody's got to be open. But that all comes with experience. So it costs them 61-52 now is the lead for Jordan. Kanon guarding Pari out on the perimeter. He makes the pass to Joseph, now to Satnam. And again, Satnam goes hard to the basket and draws the foul. Again, the referee's calling this tight. And the first one from Satnam is good. India doing a good job of hanging around, that's for sure. And he makes the second one, and remember, India again at the Asia Cup last summer, the FIBA Asia Cup, played Jordan tough. And maybe that, they remember that game. Kanon drives in, puts up kind of a wild shot. Anna Durai has the rebound. Douglas wanted a foul. And the long one no good. Satnam with the rebound. And then complicates it. If Satnam had made the pass to his teammate in the corner, he's wide open. think he was shooting there. Anyway, so now instead of passing to the open man and having the potential jumper, you end up fouling Kanon, and he goes to the line but misses the free throw. Joseph hustles down the court. That was a nice move from Joseph. And cuts that deficit back to 6 points. Abu-Wazani gets it outside. Kanon doesn't control it. And Joseph couldn't quite chase the ball down. I thought he was going to get there. Then he kind of stumbled. But that was a nice finish from Justin Joseph there. And now the pass up ahead to Pari, and he took his time with Abu-Wazani behind him. If he'd passed to his teammate, they might have had a bucket, and Abu-Huaz flies in and gets fouled. So Abu-Huaz makes the first free throw as Jordan tried to steady the ship here. And nice finish again from Anadurai, who just keeps pouring in the points. 18 is now a game high for him. He just snuck in there, and we've seen that with Jordan. They tend to fall asleep on some of that interior defending. And Alamarche misses, and now India can get even closer inside the final minute of the third quarter. Joseph. Boy, that would have brought the house down in Bengaluru. Abu-Wazani scores down low and again gives Jordan a little bit more breathing room. Justin Joseph, the left-handed sharpshooter, drills another one. He is offensive-minded, isn't he? He is a good young prospect. Hussein misses. Long rebound. Goes out, and a foul has been called here right at the end of the quarter. And it looks like India are going to get a couple of free throws. Justin Joseph, just 22 years of age. It's one thing you'd have to say about this India team. They've got some good, bright, young talents. Now, it's a 5-point game now, but have they awarded a foul? I thought they had, but I guess not. So not in the bonus is what the problem was. That's why they're not at the free throw line. But still, India giving themselves a chance here with only 1 3 made in the game. No threes for Jordan in that quarter. But India able to get back and close that gap to just 5 points, outscoring Jordan 23-15. And, you know, this could be a it wouldn't be a disastrous result for Jordan, but boy, it would not be good for them to lose this game. It would certainly sharpen their focus ahead of their game that's coming up. Boular's out with that injury, so that's a blow for India. But just looking at their roster, Hardwives, I don't think it's played today. He's 25, Boular's 21, Anna Durai is 24, Justin Joseph is 22, Pandey is 23, Satnam Singh is only 22, and Pari, the point guard, is 28. Battle and the scrap and fourth quarter action underway here. Yadvinder Singh is the veteran. He's 31 years of age. Remember, folks, if you want to watch, if you want to keep up with all the action for the World Cup qualifiers, go to worldcup.basketball and you will find all the information that you need. It's a great website in terms of statistics, photos, interviews, features, fixtures, results, live scoring. You go there, you'll find it, and you can also find all of that if you were to upload the app, the FIBA Basketball World Cup app on your smartphone. FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers bringing the national teams back home. So that's why you're seeing a lot of hashtag "This is my house" in the social media right now. If you're a basketball fan, a lot of fans excited about the national teams coming home throughout the year. And Justin Joseph pushed one up there. And a dry almost tied up Alawadi. And Alawadi chased that ball down the floor, and Abu Wazane also hustled and ended up getting the basket. And a Durai goes inside, follows up his miss. He's a talent, folks. He is a talent. Keep your eyes on this young man. And this is what also is great about these World Cup qualifiers. It's giving these young players a chance to come out and play serious competitive basketball. And Abu Wazani, meanwhile, is showing how much experience he's got by going up strong and getting that basket. "24 years of age, so he's a youngster as well. Yusuf Abu Wazane. So a lot to be excited about for the Jordanians. And we talked about the youth in the India team. Abu Hawas is 23. And the pressure almost forcing the turnover. Oh, Joseph, you had it. He passes up the jumper, then turns it over with Hussein reaching in and knocking it away. And Alawadi puts it up and in. I think if Joseph had that back, he would have put it up. Kanan, the point guard, is 25 years of age. So they got a mix of youth and veterans in this team. Three-point shot is good. Joginder Singh drills the three, and that was right on cue for India. They were struggling. And gets it back to 9 points, the deficit. Jordan called the timeout. So the shooting numbers for just a third three right there from Joginder for India. They're 3 of 17 from deep. Inside the arc, they're 26 of 51. Jordan are 19 of 39. But one stat that is not there, as you look at some of the national team players of India, the free throw shooting. And the free throw shooting for Jordan, they are 22 of 25. So that is where they are doing a lot of their damage. More than a third of their points have come from the free throw line. So Mo Abdeen into the game, perhaps to settle things down, as well as Alawadi, the veterans. They didn't have a brilliant start to the game. Abu Razane gets it down low. Passes out to Abdeen. Alawadi for three. Good! Rattles in the long one. And now Satnam answers at the other end for India. And the drive and the basket is good. Tucker, nobody coming up to guard him. And now the ball batted, falls into the hands of Tucker. And you feel like Jordan right now just turning it up a notch. Another one from Alawadi. This time is short, but the long rebound goes off of India and back into the hands of Jordan. Abdeen whips it over to Alawadi. Musa Alawadi steps inside the arc and hits it this time. And the lead is ballooned back to 14 points. Satnam Singh nowhere to go. He's going to put it up, and Anadrai kept it alive, but Hussain got the rebound. Now Abdeen. Foul called on Pares. Abdeen went past. Hussain was able to get his hands on that. And then Abdeen reaches in and commits the foul. So first team foul on Jordan here in this quarter. Alhar Mache is going to come back into the game. Joginder hits another three. Well, when he came into the game, he was cold. He missed a couple of free throws. But now he seems to be heating up from long range. And nothing can get you back in a game quickly like hitting a three-point shot. Well, Alawadi answered. Now he's got 12 points. Justin Joseph flies in. And Anadrai goes up and draws the foul. Anaduraj, whatever happens today, boy, he has put up a big number, hasn't he? 21 points for the young man. And make it 22. When they played this summer, Anaduraj only had 6 points. Or this past summer, excuse me. It's good to see Arumugam getting some minutes here, number 15 for India. There he was challenging Tucker. And Tucker earns a trip to the line with 5:05 remaining. So Jordan staying comfortably ahead. I mean, there were moments in this not that long ago where India were right there. They were knocking on the door, 8, 6 points, 5 points, in fact, but just haven't been able to quite pull it all the way back. And Jordan just had that little bit too much quality, perhaps, and maybe experience as well. And then you make fouls like that if you're India, a long way from the basket, and you put Tucker on the line. So, that's easy. You're making it easy for Jordan. Look at Abdeen talking to the younger teammate, Al-Harmashe. Mo Abdeen, 30 years of age. Tucker now, you can see he's racking up the points, doing a lot of his damage at the line, 9 of 11. And the second one is good as well, 88-73. So it's increasingly looking like Jordan, unless something big happens here, they're going to improve to 3-0. India, they got to hit some shots and get some stops. Anaduraj post up, and boy, that was a tough shot. He's a talent. I mean, I can't stress it enough. I thought he was their biggest talent last summer, and this performance today has confirmed it. If he can continue to develop, Satnam can continue to develop, and you also get Joseph that continues to get minutes and develop. India may end up indeed falling, finishing 4th in this qualifying group. They've got to take the positives out of it. They're getting these young guys more and more experience, and they're going to get better. Look at that. He's just showing no fear, Anaduraj. 12 of 19 from the floor, 26 points. Abdeen pulls up and hits the jump shot. 3.5 minutes remaining, and timeout has been called.
Possession, you can't leave. Stay. Once we feel you go, now we open the lane. You stay, you make a swing, and you run. Right? On that penetration. On that post.
यहाँ खड़ा रहता स्टैंडी उसको बॉल दे ये लेके आएगा बॉल तू बॉल नहीं लेके क्योंकि बॉल का मुश्किल तू कट इधर आजा कट करके
So 3.5 minutes remaining. 2-0 Jordan going up against 0-2 India and leading it by double digits. And India now need to do something special. On the baseline, no good. Satnam with the rebound. And shows some agility there, hanging in the air, putting it off the glass. He's got 18 points today, 10 rebounds. Alhar Mache missed everything. Now from the right, Jaginder Singh hits the three and gets it back to single digits. 91 to 82. India trail. They need a stop, but they don't get it. Abu Wazane has been a thorn in their side all day long. He's got 15 points now. Now Satnam has it. That's it, Satnam. Pass it back over to Joseph, and that's what happens. Got to make the extra pass. Joseph with 16 points. A lot of bright spots for India today, no matter what happens. But defensively, they got to get better. No doubt about it. Tucker. Holy cow! Where did that come from? Dar Tucker. Right down the lane, and he flushed it with two hands. Have a look at this. He's been holding that back all game. And Adurai catches it, turns and shoots. He's got 28 points. Abdeen brings it across midcourt. Now he's going to come back and get it from Abu Wazane. Pulls up at the line. Boy, he just doesn't miss, does he? He is just money in the bank. 6 of 9 from from the floor. 4 of 6 from deep. He's got 18 points, and now he's got a steal. And Tucker unselfishly hands it off to Hussein. And if you're a player like Hussein, you love that. Joseph, another attempt from deep. Falls down, ball batted out of bounds. We're under a minute to go. It's been an entertaining game, folks. India haven't had quite enough. But again, you can't emphasize enough how these games are giving them some very important experience for these young guys. And they've got some youngsters out there. Jaginder, another three. And that one bounced high off the rim and off the shot clock. Alawadi passes cross court to Abu Hawass. Cannon has it. Cannon just kind of lost control of it. Ends up getting it back and passes out to Abu Hawass, who gets Jordan past the century mark. and takes the lead up to 102 to 86. There's Satnam, drives in, and again, there's Abu Hawass. You see, he catches it, he's got his feet set, and he's a good shooter. He's going to make that shot, and Kanan knows it. So Satnam keeps pouring in the points. He's got 20, and he's got 10 rebounds. Also, there's those 4 fouls, but he's managed to stay on the court, and that's how it's going to finish up, folks. 102 to 88. It's been a lot of fun here, and I know the crowd here in Bengaluru have appreciated the effort, both sides, and especially their own. This young Indian team that, despite being 0-3, showing signs they've got a promising future. Sam Douglas, congratulations. Jordan win it 102 to 88. Tucker, boy, that was a great dunk that he had at the end of the game, wasn't it? He was very unselfish today. He was passing the ball. Tucker he finished with 18 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, and had a couple steals. He was 10 of 12 at the free throw line. Jordan as a team, 8 of 26 from deep, 26 of 29 at the free throw line. I mean, that is something else. That's a good job from them. Indy did get 20 of their 43 rebounds on the offensive glass. So there were a lot of good positives to be drawn from this game for India. And Jordan, again, with Hussein getting the 19 points and also getting the 17 rebounds, so almost quietly as well. That's quite possibly the performance of the first game of the February qualifiers. He's got a plus 34 efficiency. So the Indian women's national team here supporting the men, and now they will perhaps go back and do some training or something. Who knows? Maybe they've been waiting for this game to finish so they could have practice. And the Indian fans wave goodbye.
Hello, mic test 1 2.
So here is the standing. Here are the standings, the updated standings. Jordan 3-0, India 0-3, and of course Lebanon and Syria are going to play their game today. We'll play that in about an hour and a half. It'll tip off. Let's look back at some of the highlights. And there were many. Again, even when India got it to within 5, you didn't think that they were going to just get past Jordan. Jordan always had another gear that they could shift into, and ultimately they did. Players like that from Tucker. And that one as well. And don't forget that dunk that he had. That was fantastic. You know, they missed Buller when he went out. He was playing well at the time. Jaginder Singh ended up coming in and hitting a couple of big three-pointers to help him out. And Pari hit that one as well. Joseph was good value for money today, wasn't he? Young Joseph finished with 16 points. But when Jordan needed to turn it up a notch, they did. Alawadi started doing some damage. He finished with 12 points. Abdeen had 18. I mean, they had 5 players really poured in the points, led by Hussein's 19, Tucker and Abdeen 18 apiece, 15 for Abu Wazane. And don't forget that terrific alley-oop dunk in the first half from Abu Hawass. Tucker was really pulling some strings here in the fourth quarter. Anna Durai, what can we say about him? Well, he's tough. He's worth the price of admission. He finished with a game-high 28 points and had 11 rebounds and plus 31 efficiency. He was 13 of 20 from the floor. And that was the play of the fourth quarter there. So, one last time, Jordan win it 102-88 over India in Bengaluru. Thanks for watching, folks.